What is proper coloring? Proper coloring of a graph is coloring the vertices of the graph so that no two adjacent vertices share the same color. See, for example, here in this graph, vertex B and A are adjacent, they cannot have same colors, whereas vertex B and D are not adjacent, they can have same color. When do we say vertices are adjacent? When there is an edge between two vertices. If there is no edge between two vertices, they are non-adjacent vertices. D and E, though they are non-adjacent, we can have different colors also. Now see this graph. This is a cycle on 6 vertices. The vertices of this graph can be properly colored in many ways, but using only two colors we can still color the vertices properly. Therefore we say chromatic number of this graph is 2. What do you mean by chromatic number? It is the smallest number of colors required to color the vertices of the given graph properly. We define chromatic polynomial. It is an expression which can give you the number of ways of coloring a given graph using given number of colors. See this graph with two vertices. If you are given lambda colors, the first vertex has got lambda choice and the second vertex will have only lambda minus 1 choice. Therefore, together we can color this graph in lambda into lambda minus 1 ways. Chromatic polynomial of an undirected graph is a polynomial which gives you number of distinct ways of properly coloring the vertices of the graph using lambda colors. Here, if you are using 5 colors, the above graph can be colored in 5 into 5 minus 1, that is 20 ways. We'll see some observations here. If there are no edges in a graph, then it's called a null graph. Each vertex is independent of choosing the colors. So each vertex can be colored in lambda ways. Therefore, if there are n vertices, it can be colored in lambda power n ways. The number of colors we choose must be certainly more than chromatic number. We will see some important results. Chromatic polynomial of a complete graph. What do you mean by complete graph? A graph is said to be complete if any two vertices are adjacent. See, this example is of a 3 vertices graph which is complete. So here first vertex can be given lambda colors. So it has got lambda choice. Any one of them can be chosen as second vertex. This can be colored using lambda colors in lambda minus 1 ways, because this color cannot be, the first color cannot be used here. After using two colors, now choose any third vertex, the only third vertex here. So that can be colored in lambda minus 2 ways. So the given triangle, which is called K3, can be colored in lambda, lambda minus 1, lambda minus 2 ways. We will generalize this. If there are n vertices, it is a complete graph on n vertices, then it can be colored in lambda, lambda minus 1, lambda minus 2, and so on up to lambda minus n plus 1 ways. Here is a result for chromatic polynomial of a tree. Chromatic polynomial of a tree is lambda into lambda minus 1 power n minus 1. How is this possible? First of all, what is a tree? Tree is a connected graph without any cycles. Say, for example, this one. Tree on 5 vertices. Any vertex can be chosen as first vertex, can be colored using lambda colors in lambda ways. Since there is only one path between any two vertices, the vertices alternately can be colored in second colors in lambda minus 1 ways. The third vertex again can be colored in lambda minus 1 ways. Fourth vertex can be again colored in lambda minus 1 ways. Similarly, this vertex can be colored in lambda minus 1 ways. This vertex can be colored in lambda minus 1 ways. Likewise, only one vertex has lambda choice. Remaining all vertices will have lambda minus 1 choice. Therefore, the result. Here is an important result to find chromatic polynomial of any connected graph. Choose two non-adjacent vertices of a graph. By joining an edge between those two non-adjacent vertices, we can obtain a new graph G1, and by fusing two non-adjacent vertices, we can obtain another graph G2. Then the result says chromatic polynomial of given graph G is sum of chromatic polynomial of G1 and that of G2. We will see the example here. We have chosen a graph on 4 vertices and we observe A and B are the only two vertices which are not adjacent. So we can construct two more graphs. G1 by drawing edge between A and B. G2 by fusing A and B, vertices A and B. We observe that G1 is complete graph, G2 is also complete graph. The chromatic polynomial of G1 is lambda into lambda minus 1 into lambda minus 2 into lambda minus 3. Chromatic polynomial of G2 is lambda into lambda minus 1 into lambda minus 2. So the chromatic polynomial of given graph is their sum lambda, lambda minus 1, lambda minus 2 whole square. Look at this example. Here we have chosen a 5 vertex graph. There are two pairs of non-adjacent vertices. One is E and C. Another one is B and D. Therefore, we have to find chromatic polynomial in two steps. In first step, we choose B and D and construct G1 and G2. In G1, we find E and C are still non-adjacent. So we can construct two more graphs, G11 and G12. Fortunately, these two are complete graphs. We need not go further. Coming to the second graph G2, we will find here two non-adjacent vertices E and C. Therefore, drawing an edge, we get the graph G21, and fusing the vertices, we get graph G22. Therefore, sum of the chromatic polynomial of the given graph is the sum of the four chromatic polynomials of four graphs 1, 2, 3 and 4, out of which the first one is complete graph on 5 vertices, second and third are complete graph on 4 vertices, fourth one is complete graph on 3 vertices. Therefore, the chromatic polynomial of 5 vertex graph, that is P5 lambda, is chromatic polynomial of G1 and G2. Subsequently, they will split up into two more sums, this one and this one, out of which second and third expressions are same, complete graphs on 4 vertices. Therefore, the first one is complete graph on 5 vertices, second one, third one are complete graph on 4 vertices, the last one complete graph on 3 vertices, and their sum will be expressed like this.